TikTok, see anything you do, anything, even anything you do, irrespective you are data scientist or anything. If let's say, I think I shared this point with everyone, right? So even you go for somebody's birthday party or anything, you must know what is his age, male, female, what he likes, she doesn't like. Then you choose the right gift. If you give the random things, there's no, because everywhere the physics works, right? If you put energy on something, even it is a very ugly for someone, it shows glow because you have put energy and your energy goes there, right? So sometimes, like you would have seen, different prime ministers, presidents, not everybody's like a Hollywood star, but when they speak, when they talk, it's all physics is happening. So it is an essential element. Anyway, I will talk about it. So no, that is good that you saw this. And because sometimes, when we do the work, what's the key problem is happening is when we eat food, we know we like it or we don't like it. But when we do the work, we don't say it is my work. It is somebody else's work. It's not my work. We are just doing it because somebody asked to do, right? Somebody said, put things from A to B and you will get $50. You said, okay, I will do. That's it. You have no idea how much, what that thing is about, why he's doing. You did your job and went away. It was correct before AI era. Now, if you do that, I don't think this will happen now. It's gone. It's gone. It's finished. So if you, now you have, start answering your points, right? See, I'm telling to all of you, which you have to convey very clearly, right? Nowadays, not nowadays, from last 2-3 years, now agentic AI is doing job. Agentic AI is doing job. We developers are not developing actually anything. From last few weeks, I have deployed production level solution only by agentic AI just in 3 days or 4 days. Okay, so I'm just telling to you clearly, don't take it this seriously, right? How things are working. And when I'm saying agentic AI, what is happening now, I set up everything, right? Let's say every night what is happening is, because as per my experience and I involve myself more than I do, helping you to internship, doing other things, going to universities, so giving lectures, my family stuffs and other things. What I'm like 2-3 days ago, right? I got something, right? What I did, it was 3 a.m. I asked one developer, can you do this? He said, no, I'm busy. I asked another developer, no, Sumit, I have something. I just set it up. I set it up agentic AI, wrote everything. Morning, I wake up, all work done. Are you getting my? So think in this way. Think in this way. And just realize this way. What we developers, forget about AI. Let's say we are not connecting ourselves with the real world, right? That was my life before AI. What I was doing every day, I was coming to computer and moving files here and there, correct? Just moving files here and there, writing code, getting output done, putting logs, going to this side, going to that side. I have no idea who is Deveshi, who is Ronak, who is Ryan, who is Shivam. I'm doing this job. Output came. I clicked it. It reached out. When Ryan came up, I said, hey, Ryan, I'm facing this issue. Hey, Ronak, I'm facing some way. I'm just in my computer developing some solution. You know what the solution is, right? You know what front end, back end. It's okay. You don't know a few things, forget about it. But you know about what the solution is. And what I was doing it, moving files here and there. That if you have seen me or any developer, you have seen me, what he will see? He will moving file from here to here, changing comma to there. And somebody told me to do the work. I really did not have many times. I tried, but many projects, I did not have any idea why we were doing this project, what is the reason of it, who is helping. Just in front of computer, I was doing it, correct? That was my job. Because this neural networks, agentic AI, or under the hood LLMs, or under the hood, you say machine learning, under the hood, whatever the under the hood decision-making trees, algorithms, knowledge sharing, this all combined by a couple of mathematical guys, and they developed a solution, which right now we have. Now, what I need to do, because I was doing all these things, right? And this Amadoi and these all guys are similar like us, like Ishu, you, Deveshi, Ronak, right? If you feel that Ronak has hard time to do data scientist or whatever, you are going to help him because you will see developer in that way, right? You are not going to run away. You will spend time with Ronak and help him. That's how I see the Amadoi, those guys are. They are making our life easier. Life easier means, let's say I'm hiding a knowledge from you. I have a knowledge of cloud engineering, the real knowledge, and I'm hiding from you. And I see happy that Ronak is struggling to learn BPC. I'm see happy because I know. But what they did, they put everything in that ecosystem. You can ask the question right away, right? Second things, what I was, the many developers were doing, we were just clicking here and there and putting things. We did not have any idea what was going, right? Even actually, I changed my mind from 6, 7, 8 years ago. I knew that. So now everything automated, 100% automated, 100% working fine. If Rishu, what the project you're doing, I can do in half a day, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, project done, right? Same Shivam, Ronak, what the project you're doing for me, it's a 1 day job or 2 days job. That's it. Only thing, missing things, because I know what has to be solved. My intent. Are you getting my meaning of intent? Let's say I'm meeting with Deveshi. What is my intent? I'm going to fight with her. I'm going to study with her. I'm going to have a tea with her, or I'm going to, I should know what is my real intent, right? Intent means when you write a query to AI or something, you must have an intent. That comes with your energy. Are you serious to solve the problem, or you are just trying to pass the time? Are you getting Ronak and everybody's time? If you write with that energy, see, when I sent to a couple of guys 2 videos. I think Ronak, you were also there in Ronak Ryan or something.
Yes.
So you need to understand the intent. Nobody will tell clearly that I'm going to, nobody will tell anything clearly. It will be sugar-coated. It will have certain language. You need to understand what is happening under the hood. That's what the intention. Got it, right? So this call anyway for Q&A, but I do see a big transformation, right? And I was seeing this transformation since a long time. And that was one of the key reasons I invited you guys, that how I can pass on this message to people like you, how I do. There was no way. If I will start doing a YouTube channel, nobody here or whatever, right? So that was one of the key reasons I invited you. I can have a dialogue with you. I understand where you are, and I can tell them this is where that industry is transforming, right? So when I ask you to do trying my best, I should not leave a single corner. Everybody's doing a good job, no complaint. But I'm telling to all of you is that my major intention is your learning. And in your learning, why I'm doing it? Because you shown me stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, you shown me that we are ready to learn. I've not given you any task, prove me, React, prove me this. No, I just given you a task. This is the task. You do it or not do it? You said do it, yes. So I did those couple of things. And when you came, I said, okay, do it. Now, first, nobody should be fear from this project, big, small, or something. If I don't want to see that fear at all, that's the point one, right? Second point is, it's your judgment ratio, how you go back to basic. It's your judgment. If you see something, you should see what the previous step to pick, what that previous step to pick, what that previous step to pick. You have to, what you say, we do that some algorithm in data science, digital data structures, we step back, backtracking or whatever, something, backtrack, right? Backtrack until you find, you do your breadth first search, depth first search, whatever. But you track to that point where you know that this thing you don't know. If your decision is not coming, you are not solving the right thing, right? Every point I say before doing anything, you must know what you are doing, why you are doing. Correct, right? If you know this, you will get some way. AI is there to answer you. Sumit is gone. All experience is gone. You have the tutor in front of you. Got it? And spread this message to all of your classmates and everyone wherever you give the session. So I have given you exactly real world problems, right? Day by day, I given to you. And I have also shared many stories with you while having a discussion. You pick up anything. I see the next world, next time is not for jobs. This is how I see. With how I can relate my confidence. Around 2005 or end of 2004, I moved to Shanghai, China, right? And when I moved to Shanghai, China, I was in Shanghai, but I was a little bit, extrovert as well. I try to enjoy meeting people or something like that. So luckily, I got a chance to, on my weekends, I got a chance to teach to universities, Shanghai Jiaotong University and Fudan University. Those are one of the top universities in China, equivalent to IIT or something. And because of whatever reason, their vice chancellor something, he given me 3 months weekend sessions so I can give to master degree students. So, and I learned Chinese and everything else. So I learned that time, nobody was talking about job. Everybody was building something because government made ecosystem. So I can connect my many dots, China, US or here and there with AI. Now, the winner is who knows what we have to do. You don't need to depend on somebody will give you a job. You have no idea whether he knows the things or not. I'm telling you very frankly, last year, so the real AI is not the AI. Real AI is you. Sneha, you, Deveshi, you, Ronak, you, Ryan, you. Okay. So the AI is not a problem. Who is using that AI and bringing the solution? That is the problem. Because see, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to learn it. If I'm not hungry, something like that. So currently, you have the energy and you channelize that energy is the correct way, then you can do it. That's the point one. Second thing is what the project I have given to you. It's not 2 months, 3 months project. You need to make sure you continue to do it. How I learned it. I solved same problem 50 times. 50 times. When I wrote REST APIs, I did 20 times. No AI, nothing. When I was learning the English writing, I wrote a 750 pages book. When it is in Amazon now, I don't want to share these things that I did that, but I need to tell them how I learned things, right? Something like that, right? If you type on Amazon, type my name, you will see some stupid book there. For someone, it's nothing, but for me, it's like when I did something, I did up to that level. So I wrote complete 750 pages. Before that, I didn't know how to write in English. In my background, what should be the structure, how to structure it, something like that, right? Because the time I wrote that book, that time interviews and everything was going on. So I wrote on how to do data structure interviews. I wrote that book like that, right? So learning is pick something, something bigger and divide in parts. You won't do it. You have the time, but you will waste your time. You got it. Even you have time. That's it. What people are doing, let's say somebody's going to a company A. In year 1, he's learning how to do git push. In year 2, he's learning how to write REST API. In year 3, he's learning how to do Angular design, right? 5-year experience, work is this much. But if you want to do, you can do in 1 week. That's it. That's what I am to say. My efforts to each one of you. And there was not a single day since Feb I have not spent to review the things. For you, it was easy that you looked, I created a GR or something. I learned this before you set it up this, did experiment, and found what is the right way to connect with you. Right? Even it's simple now, but trust me, when I didn't know how I will do the remote work with you, how I will create account, what will be the first page, what will be the last page, what will be the project, right? So see, I did learn a lot from this, right? So just telling to you is the problem I have given to you, right? That's the starting point. And Ronak, you are doing very good job. Deveshi, you are doing very good. I listened to the recording. So make it bigger, make it deeper, make it better. That's what I'm saying. I've given you starting point, right? Correct. And sorry, Rishu, coding, I'm not worried about. I'm worried about when you say, Sumit, this is how identity to be done. This is how digital identity makes sense. This does not make sense. This JWT is wrong. This we should not adapt. We can have our Gorakhpur or Gajipur based identity platform. That's I want to hear actually. Angular, I'm not able. The time has gone. There's nobody's waiting. Nobody's giving you money to develop Angular platform. I'm telling you. Even nobody will giving you 2,000 rupees per month. Trust me. That time has gone. If somebody's dreaming that I will write REST API and I will write Angular and I will write, I think from my eyes or my minds, you are dreaming. There's no work. I appreciate your thoughts, Neha, when you talk deeply or something. That's what needed, but convert into business. When I shared with you that Microsoft job or something, I have a couple of secrets which I'm going to share all of you. Not now, because it will be overwhelming. Over the period, I will give it to you, all of your learnings, and tell you where is the opportunity, how you look into it. And I did it. I got it. I also got it. I also got the opportunity from many other places or something, right? So I didn't mean something at least up to that level that you can survive better. That's the thing, right? And this is the right time. think everything is a problem. Everything you see as a problem. Even you go, you say, Ryan, your eyes has a problem, your head has a problem, everything is a problem. Everything is a problem. Trust. That's the approach I say. When I ask, tell me real world problem, I don't know. You can count as a data scientist, Ronak, you can count in Kanpur how many trees are wet, how many trees are not wet, how many leaves are there, how long it takes to get green or something. Think anything and see how it will connect to business or something or something or something. That's the pattern. Now it is here. I had my own challenges when I started my work. You guys have your own challenges. When I came into the work, that time internet or those things came and whatever. Now you have the patterns changing, right? The pattern is changing. So I hope I would have given you this. I can cut short this and share this recording to all of you. But my key point is think problem solving way. There's no other way. Even you get a job, Angular job or React job. I don't know whether you survive 1 year, 3 year or 2 year, because in one of my companies, if you trust on me, I added the AI agents. Now he's happy. At least he see the work is happening. Because what actually happened when we get the problem, we think we are working, but we are not solving. We are just discussing, do this. So with AI, we have outsourced our thinking, right? Because we have outsourced, we don't know. I honestly don't know whether this is the answer. I'm a computer science professional, right? For everything, I'm not a problem solver, right? But I need to use right tools, and this is the tool. So now when AI agent got used, 3 days, problem solved. Right? So just I thought to share with all these things to you. In US, all companies happening, right? Think in problem engineering, product manager, or those kind of mindset, right? I will keep sharing to you and send it to you. Don't look on UI, you look under the hood and pick up much better problem. If issue I were on you, if I would have given enterprise identity platform, I will look into the digital identities. I will make sure what the policies are in government, like how the offline identities are proven. Offline identities are what? Driving license, passport number, and other things. How those are made sure that those are true identities, because that can be faked as well. And this is the digital identities, right? So when you're developing enterprise identity platform, you need to understand, what real meaning of identity is, how a digital identity got proven, and the biggest question is how this accepted all across the world. That's the starting point. Why JWT accepted? What is JSON, web token, or those things? How RFC is maintained? You should have asked question: if I'm doing this JWT, will it continue to accept for next few years, or there's other means as well? You need to look on what other research paper exists, because somebody made JWT. That does not mean everybody need to follow that. You need to look on the patents, research papers on Google's. That's your job. Your job is not just following blindly to Sumit or anybody else, just thinking that he's saying the right thing. That's not you are supposed to do. You can hear my opinion, my suggestions, but you need to validate by yourself. And the key thing is look on Google patents, look on research papers, look on what university is doing, look on World Economic Forum, what they are discussing in identity. You got it? That's your research. And then extract the right thing and then tell me, Sumit, whether we have to, nothing will happen if you code it. That is slave mindset. That's not a product. Means you do your work, you have to do work and survive, but this is for learning. I'm giving you 100% how to learn, how to do things, right? Something like that. Same comes, Neha, to you, because I did observe that you think deeply. I don't know, means how you connect dots and come up with the correct answers, but I do see your points have better depth, right? So everybody should follow at least Sneha's standard. And Sneha, you plan it this week or next week. I'll share some context to you and give a presentation to all team. The 2 videos I have given to you, how to become AI engineer and something, Ryan and Sneha, you guys need to present. What you need to tell in that, don't follow what they say. What they say, they are saying that their own opinions, right? What is your opinion? If you will accept exactly what they said and start developing that definition, that's what I'm saying, not the correct way. You got it? So we are not going to accept anything until unless we validate, we approve, because we are professional. We have our own standard, our own tools. I have this, but I still use this. I have this 20, this wire everywhere, because this thing, I'm not good at, I'm good at it, but sometimes I lost or something like that, right? So I'm just telling it, we should follow our own way or something here as well. Clear? Devishi, your style is AI cybersecurity framework, right? See, as I already shared about the cybersecurity to you, right? So you are making a cyber system safe, right? So your first step is need to understand is what exactly was polluted, what you are cleaning it up. You need to prove the pollution was before you clean it. Got it? So if I were you, I will look into a couple of universities who are doing research on that, right? What they are coming up, right? Even the documentation which I shared with you, that mixed technical, mixed political. Political means every country has to give something to protect, right? Every country has to come with cybersecurity laws. They have to come up with, right? Then, NIST have their own standards. I want you, Deveshi, Sneha, you write an email, whoever is developing this standard in India. Say, I'm working on it. I want to meet with you. What is the problem? Sneha, what is the problem? Why you're sitting at home? Why you're not calling them? Why you're not learning that way? I did it many times. And I met minister level of people in India as well. Okay, so not saying anything in theory, and I got a very good response. And I told you, somebody even given me lunch. He said, you can't go without lunch. He told his officers, this person will give him proper lunch and something. And he's connected. He's one of the top guy in India and connected with LinkedIn and something like that, right? So if you do this, so learning is not reading from books. Learning is involving yourself there. How I got the opportunity in China to give the sessions in China, in top universities. How? Just I was sitting at home? No. I stood up. There was a hard time to learn Chinese. I did learn Chinese. It's easy once you start doing this, something like that, right? So I thought to learn China. How? I thought, what is the right way? I figured out a point if I can connect with students. And then system followed. I met with many students. They showed me China. I visited more than 70 cities, 80 cities every weekend. And their culture is like also Indian culture. They respect teachers or something, right? So somebody invited. So that's why I learned things quickly, right? So if I were like you, Deveshi, Sneha and Ryan, I will look into the patents. I will look into the research papers. I will look into the top universities. I look into the Stanfords. I look into the MIT. I look on those things. I will see what they are doing. I will look into what Sumit has given, starting point. I will compile that, develop my deeper understanding, speaks. I may postpone my implementation for a while. Even for 50 years, I postpone my implementation, but I understand what I'm doing. Nothing you will achieve to implement. Nothing. You are not supposed to. It's okay, I have given to you, but I'm not saying you implement it and prove me. I'm saying prove me you are not thinking similar like everyone. Same Ronak to you, right? Same Ronak to you. When I have given you this problem, I thought, see, I already worked on this months ago. I spent, because I was curious. Even my friend who's working on TCS from last 25 years, he doesn't know his data, right? And when I asked him, he said this, that. I picked up all the data, all university, put into a system, wrote a couple of Python script, I had answers, right? Correct. So I was not going through internet and those things. I did put effort something. Then I realized, so that's how we see, and real world problems in front of you in your WhatsApp message. Correct. And Shivam, when I have given you that economics problem, trust me, if today I will tell to someone what you study, I will not tell him to study computer science. I will say study economics. Economics is the, if you read anything, everywhere it tells economics is supply and demand and this and this and this and this. The real meaning of economics is when you spend money, public money which has many stakeholders, and then you have to decide spend here or spend there. Then all these things comes up. So then you say, oh, because this supply is high, this demand is high, or something like that. And there's one important point which I recently studied in economics. We call it negative externalities and positive externalities, right? Negative externalities means it is obvious. Let's say there's a tobacco, alcohol, cigarette in our economy. These are definitely have negative impact, whatever we say, right? So we call it in economics terms, externalities means, let's say I sold 5 kg tobacco, right? And 50 people have that tobacco, right? But there is an impact on society as well. So we call it externalities, right? So let's say I got benefit of 20,000 rupees when I sold 10 kgs of tobacco. But when that impacted on society, it gave me 500,000 rupees loss. So then I calculate everything, I'm in loss. The business in loss, right? We call it somewhere negative externalities, right? But when we say positive externalities is, let's say I made a university, I mean government made a university in low cost, right? Even government invested, let's say 500,000 rupees on education, right? But even it was a loss on record because government spent money and everybody of you focused only on your own thinking. You got a good education and you worked in big company or something, right? Even you returned back as a tax X rupees, right? And government calculated that I spent 500,000 rupees, but I got 200,000 rupees back. But it's got the positive externalities because your family's happy, your relatives happy, society happy, and that got spread out. So that becomes better. That is a better economic consequence compared to negative, something like that. So just sharing with you all of decisions, projects, everything coming from economics. So that's the reason I shared to Shivam work on this, right? So that's the best I can do for all of you, sharing this knowledge, showing the pathway, assuming you can show to your other classmates, something like that, right? If you make this thing right, things will be clear. Any questions? I think I have covered all of you, the projects or something like that. I will cut short this recording and share with all of you. But trust me, if you align your things, I'm going to give you my CV to any of you after 2-3 months to give me a job. Yes, Devishi.
Sir, I have a question. Thank you so much for holding this call. I can actually now think in which direction when you talk about going and giving lectures to people in China and stuff. So a lot of dots and points connected to me. My question is that I just feel this, we have several members on our team, right? So a few of us do think that if we, it's just an opinion, sir, I'm not going to name names, but I see that urgency to get the project done. Yeah, to get the project done. No. And because up until this point, till last week, we were just studying the documents and everyone was putting in serious effort. But there is this thing, as we have seen Rishu also. Rishu is like, up until this point, we were doing research, but we actually now want to build. So there is that thing, sir. I am handling this role as a coordinator for the first time. I just want your advice on how to go about it. Because when I see this, like actually understanding the pollution, to be honest, sir, I'm not understanding the pollution. In the way that you talked about it today, that proved that there was pollution today, and then start to build a solution, reach out to the ministers and other people, not ministers, I think people who have similar goals as you who might be working on it, the universities and stuff. Sir, do I do it just on my own? Do I involve the team? I'm not understanding that.
So you do the iteration one, what you're doing, right? Because just from last week, my eyes got opened when I saw Agentic AI. Trust me, before that, I did not see. When people told me about Agentic AI in US and all, I did not understand. But when last 1 week I just found like, let's say you are going by walk from Gorakhpur to Delhi. Every time you need to go to Gorakhpur to Delhi, you are going by walk or by going by bullock cart. You have never seen a bus exist, a car exist. You have never seen somebody sing. And one day you saw it, but Rona didn't see it, Ryan didn't see it. And you saw, my God, a bus can take us and drop us there, right? Why I'm walking like that? So that's how I just shared this. Continue to do your iteration one, what you're doing, but think on your top of your head what your next steps is like. I don't mind if you take a little bit more time. I don't mind what internship you take time to do it or something. My meaning is anyway, you should do it. You should finish the work what you're doing. But it does not mean, it shouldn't be very hard, but it's up to you how your team is doing. I won't say anything. My role is, my speaking is different. That's what I do. I can't match it 100% how you do the things, but I need to share how things I'm thinking.
Okay, so when we are talking about iteration one, are we talking about, earlier steps we were discussing about happy path? So
Yeah,
if
that's
I were
iteration one, happy
just
path. Yeah.
okay, sir. So like our team, sir, I would just like to openly discuss it. Our team is actually thinking that now that we have like the email that you sent to us about identifying, the 5 core foundations that we work. I think we have 70% of the answer. We are refining a few of the things, and then Sneha, Ryan, as they are also part of my team, what we are thinking is we will just take some policies, try to build a system, and that's what we are calling the happy path. So
Okay.
just to come to that conclusion that I am understanding it correctly, I am saying it. So sir, iteration one is it iteration one? That's what we should focus on this week.
Iteration
Because,
one means sorry because I just work with different team. I need to switch context because when I'm talking with you, I'm just thinking I'm talking with somebody in Sydney or somebody in US or something. See, I'm sorry on that. What I'm saying is my meaning is iteration one is whatever you're developing. When let's say you finish this internship next month, call it as iteration one with happy path. After that, you are with me or not with me. You are continue to doing thinking along the lines and doing iteration two or iteration three your way. You shouldn't think that I should finish this job, give to GetPost labs and run away. It's up to you how you do. But my suggestion is pick one thing, do some iteration until you see that I have done something deeper. Because you will not get it. This is not the way you will get a problem definition by just looking. You means me as well. We all that we looking in out of the ground and see problem. We need to dig more, and then see where. Because on surface you will know, you will see nothing. That's my meaning. It is just I'm giving you a lecture. You can say this way. It's not impacting the way you are doing work. It is just a session. I did this with few people so that I can speak more clearly. That was my thing. Right. Correct.
Sir, it helped a lot. Actually, it's like having so many bulb-on moments at the same time that now you have to recalibrate the things you were doing. So
it's
that
fine.
is why
That's fine. See, if see, there's even you do this project a little bit here and there, doesn't matter. But if I pass on correct knowledge to you, it will more helpful than if I will not tell you to look on patents, research papers, right? If I just say do this, right? That whole calculation got wrong, right? If I will just say no, you just do it, delivery, just look into only this, gone. The time is gone. And the way I'm telling to you in my projects, see, I got some experience, whatever, right? In computer science projects, every day strategy came. Tomorrow Bill Gates will come and say close this. Trust me, I was in Microsoft, very nice lab. I've never seen the laboratory, that kind of laboratory in my whole life. It was for me biggest than NASA laboratory. And one day Bill Gates came and said, close it. No business, close it today. Right? They have done, I can't explain you what was that laboratory is. I have never seen for, then I realized why Microsoft is so big or something. Everything is automated, this, that. And maybe somebody took a decision, close it. It's not generating, it's all here. Within few days, all dismantled. I'm just telling to you. Right? So I'm saying like, we pivot, we changes, and we make sure that we are doing right thing. Okay, so I'm just sharing with you like, how the thoughts are happening when I meet with or sit with real people who really achieve something. I'm just sharing that knowledge to you. My job is to give you those things. That's the aim for that, right? So yeah, at least you must know, oh, something happened like that. You must have false idea when somebody says that exactly correct. I really want to see, I will share with that separately. Okay, so I will see like that. I may recommend, but the problem is this agentic AI has, really this developer things, I can't tell you like how the things, one year project, I wrote everything and went to weekend here and there, came back application ready, 90% ready, exactly ready. I'm telling change this to this, change this to this, change. The way, think about this. Now this solution is not for developers. It is for who give work, who develop work. If you're thinking this cloud is for developers, no, it is not for developers. It is not for Angular developer or Python developer. It is not. It is made for that guy who's developing the full solution. The Python developer is just part of it. That has not made, that's why I said, Sneha, read about this product requirement. I don't see that way. And he told MOD explicitly, this solution we made for heavy users who provide works. We are not worried whether developers are adopting it or not adopting it. Developers means those guys or something like that. See, we need to just keep this thinking. That's it. Couple of thinking points. We need to just think. That's it. I'm just giving you a couple of points where you think, right? Anyway, you are going to Google to search. I'm saying look into the real research paper because that comes from a real university and they have spent years on it. Rather than you go to internet article, I'm saying go to research paper. That's it. You're still researching, right? Correct, right? Why we waste time on look into the internet article with somebody? You can look into it, but those are surface level things. Look into the real research paper, real people who really spend time. And you don't need to go to everything. Just even read abstract. If somebody has spent 5 years on their PhD, right, they must have done something. And they are good people. Right? Something like that. Look into the patents, which kind of patents they are filing, right? And which are approving. It's just I'm telling you from where you can get the real better information before we reach to YouTube. And the YouTube thing, how to do Angular, gone. Agent AI, what you can do is just give me an idea. Let's say you're developing a solution, you need a Java developer, right? You guys can do something like this. Desktop 2, desktop 1, desktop 2. You see this, right? So I can share with you. Oh, sorry. So when I'm saying skill, my meaning is this kind of thing, right? So once I add this, what I do when I hire a developer, what I do, I tell him do this way. That's what I do, and then he does the job. He changes files, send it there, and go. Correct. Let's say you join any company or something. Your mindset would be somebody will come and say develop this REST API, develop this, develop this. The scope is only computer. What the problem? What I'm trying to tell you is each one of you, I have not given a problem to you where the scope is computer. Scope is real world. If you come up and develop something, right, it's fine. You can take time. That's fine. But I want you to interact with real world because now your scope has increased, came out of the computer. Because earlier I didn't get any time to go out of computer. All time I was sitting here. Now I wrote everything is here, right? I wrote step by step, do this way. When you add in Confluence, first write this, first do this, first do this. I wrote all rules and everything. Now when somebody has to do Java coding, what I have done, when you see a job written in LinkedIn, you see this skills required. For each skill, the guy who's written it, he knows how he will use this skill. If I do a couple of things and write the skills in this way, this agentic AI doing more than that. Just telling to you, that is really happening. I have proven it. So that's why I'm saying, let's focus on real world problem. You have to do this. You have to do this. But now you have to take the help of AI, right? Nowadays, you're not struggling, right? You're not, even whatever the question you have, you get answer, correct? You're not struggling like, oh, what is this? What is this? You get something, correct? Right? So where are you going to put your energy? You are going to put energy to real world. Real world means what I have shared to you. Got it? So and another thing I think if I've shared with you is, please, when you are confused, use draw.io and draw diagrams. Okay, so I have already shared with you, many times this. So that's how we do the work. And see, I was preparing a couple of workflow, like how we can see whatever coming in your mind or something like that, right? So I just put in diagrams. I'm just telling to you is, I have many diagrams here, right? I write it. I use these diagrams. Everything I tell, and I have diagrams and diagrams. So many diagrams. You see this, something like that, right? So I put things in diagrams and learn, because now I need to get more visualization, so image can develop on my mind. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Hope this session will be helpful for all of you, right? And feel free, pass on a better understanding to your team. And Shivam, the handsome boy, it's okay if you want to go to New York or Bollywood. I'm happy with that, but I really need a break. So I'm closing this. Anything else I can answer? I will share this video anyway, the key points. So you follow diagrams, you follow a couple of points and other things. So you know that for every work, we need to follow this ecosystem, World Economic Forum, what the CEOs are speaking, because they take their decisions. You need to follow some 4 or 5 contexts, and then you can make your better opinion. Okay, this we have to do. And Ronak, you look into World Economic Forums, what they are doing in data science. And Rishu, you look into World Economic Forums, how they are showing the digital identity. Sneha, you look into World Economic Forums, how they are defining the cyber security, like that. And Shivam, you look into the World Economic Forums, what they are talking about economics. Right? It's okay if you take 2 weeks delay. At least let team to do. It's up to you how you manage. If teams want to do their projects, they don't want to learn, let them do. Right? But once you have the full ecosystem, right? Correct? Because Deveshi, you just came in contact with me just now. You didn't know these things, right? So you need to know these things before you jump on coding or something, right? If your team wants to do, let them do. But I need to tell them that nothing will happen. 1 hour, you can just look on World Economic Forums. It's not you have to spend days. It's just 1 hour. You got my point, right? It's not a 5-month job. You look into patents, see a couple of 4 or 5 patents done, 2 or 3 research papers done. At least you know that something you have done and look into this. It's not months work. With just 3 or 4 hours, it's done. You pick 1 or 2 research paper, you see, okay, let me look one more MIT, one for Stanford University, one for Carnegie Mellon, right? And you look on, okay, what Economic Forum is doing. Just look into this 2 or 3 pages, done. And look on what patterns or patents are coming. Just then you have, at least you have some validated source of things, something like that, right? Just one or two, not everything. So at least you have looked even out some level, right? Okay, guys, then closing this, and then I will share this recording to all of you, and continue to give me the updates. Don't break it, and give me a sense that everybody is learning based on your part-time flexible schedule, but give me a sense you are learning. That's it. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
I enjoy talking
Thank
to
you.
you. Okay, bye.
Have a great day, sir.